Hey guys, my name is Blessing. I am doing paranormal investigations. I just started a YouTube channel and this is the first video, just letting you guys know. It's amateur. I've always wanted to do this. I go ghost hunting a lot with a couple of people that are in the team. So we're gonna be going ghost hunting. I'm gonna be posting videos of what we catch. We've gone ghost hunting before. We've gone to graveyards, mental hospitals, abandoned buildings that are supposedly haunted. So we're gonna be doing a lot of this stuff, and hopefully we get to share those experiences with you guys. Again, we've done this before in Minnesota. Right now, I'm back in Chicago, and we're gonna be doing a couple of investigations in Chicago. Hopefully, out of state as well. Our main focus now is Chicago, though. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of famous sites that are haunted here in Chicago. We will be going to visit them. We do have a chat, so if you guys want to join the chat, be just comment on this video and ask, if you want to join the chat. I'll gladly add you to the chat. We do have a regular fan base that follows us already on a regular basis. So I thank all the fans that have been sticking with me faithfully since day one. We've been doing this for about 4.5 years. So we finally decided to make a YouTube channel. Again, my name is Blessing. We do paranormal activities. We've done some in Minnesota. I will be covering some of those stories here with you guys. I have stories from Mexico. A lot of crazy stories. We don't just cover ghosts or demons. We cover mythical creatures, um, theories people have. Conspiracies. Um, we're trying to cover as much as we can. We're trying to see if there's a such thing as mermaids, unicorns, you name it. If you believe it exists and you want to leave a comment, or there's an area in Illinois that you would like us to go cover, we would gladly go do that. Again, we have a chat. If you want to be part of the chat, we always drop everything, all videos, all pictures we catch, we drop them there. We have caught some ghosts or demons on video and on pictures, and we have all the proof again. um so if you're interested in any of that, you're more than welcome to comment on this video and I'll add you to the chat. um what else? We're gonna be doing other videos. Again, I'm another thing, I'm an artist, upcoming artist in Chicago. I do rap and other hip hop, other type of music. I also have a team. We have a prank channel. We have a interview channel. We're in the midst of making a live streaming for gaming channel. We're gonna have all these different channels that are gonna be connected to one record label that we're working towards, called Real Dreams Inc. So if you guys are interested in not only checking our paranormal videos, but checking our prank videos, or even our rappers, we have other rappers, other singers. If you're interested in reggae, if you're interested in Spanish rap, Spanish trap, you know, um, love hip hop, you let me know in the comments. I'll gladly direct you to those other channels. Again, we're gonna be doing a lot of different stuff. We're trying to cover as much ground as we can. But for this channel, we're gonna go ghost hunting. So let me cover one story. I want to let you guys know a story that we had in Minnesota when we went ghost hunting. It was me and a team of two other guys. We had gone to a children's cemetery that was a smallpox cemetery during the early 1900s. I can't be specific about the actual date. I just know it was in the early 1900s that they opened it, because there was like a big epidemic with like smallpox and a lot of children were dying, so they needed to bury children somewhere, so they had to make a cemetery just for children, since so many children were dying so rapidly. Um, that cemetery in Minnesota, unfortunately, has been forgotten. I I can say, um, people don't go there anymore. There has been stories that people go and do satanic rituals there. So we wanted to cover that story. So we did. We went. We went, took a trip at two in the morning to see if we're trying to go from 12 at night to 3 in the morning to see if the most paranormal activity that we can experience at that time. So we went at that time. It was me and two other friends. We went there, and we recorded. We took pictures. We tried to see if we could call upon anything that was there. Unfortunately, we didn't see anything until we processed the pictures. We caught a nun, like a figure of a nun behind one of the camera, one of the guys taking pictures, which was really interesting. Unfortunately, we didn't see it until after we got back to the office, and we processed the pictures and everything, and we saw if we could catch anything else. But that was interesting. There was other places we visited. There was a place that we visited on a smaller part of Minnesota where there was the population in that town was about, I'd say, like 800 people. So we went there at 2 in the morning. A guy that was native and he grew up in that area, invited us to go to the house that was haunted there. So we did. We went, and we felt a lot of heavy activity in that house. It was in the middle of nowhere. First of all, we had to park like a mile away and walk there just to get to the house. So when we first got to the house, we honestly thought that somebody was living there. And the native guy, there's a slang in Minnesota called squatting. So he thought it was squatters, and I guess squatters are people that are homeless, and they take up a home temporarily to have a place to sleep. So that's what we originally thought, they were squatters. As we got closer to the house, the reason we thought there was people there was because the front window was lighting up with blue static, so it looked like somebody was watching TV with the lights off. So we're like, oh, somebody lives there. We're about to invade their property. They're probably gonna think that we're trying to rob them or something at 2 in the morning. So as we got closer, they turned off, and we're like, okay, well, we should get closer just to make sure that somebody does live there. So as we got closer, we realized that the living room was empty. There was nothing in there. It was completely empty. There was no TV. So we were wondering, where did that blue static come from? It looked like somebody was watching TV, and all of a sudden they turned off the light. So it was kind of creepy. So, and my wife, she felt uncomfortable. She was with us at the time. She said she felt a heavy presence and she didn't want to get any closer. And another one of the camera guys said that he was feeling nauseous. I'm not gonna lie. I felt kind of weird. It was a weird presence. It was heavy, like the air was heavy. So we got closer, and we were gonna go inside the home because it was empty. So we decided to go around to the back to see if the door was open, and if the door was open, of course we're gonna go in there. So we went over to the back, and the door was wide open. So that told us something. Somebody wants us to go in there. Um, Unfortunately, again, the camera guy started throwing up. He felt really, really sick, ill. So we had to end it there. He wanted to go back to the car. He didn't feel comfortable there. So we decided to take pictures of the building all around the house. We walked around the house, took pictures of all the windows, the doors, and see if we caught anything. We didn't see anything with our own eyes. We walked back to the car. As we were driving home, I started examining the pictures, and I shit you not, we saw a woman with a yellow dress on the second floor of the window, and which was weird because again the whole house was empty. So for me to have taken that picture myself, and I had saw, I was pointing at the window, I didn't see anything, complete darkness. It was a flash. For me to process that picture later on and see that the lady with the yellow dress was really really disturbing. As I was doing that, I showed the team. I'm like, whoa, look what I just saw. We decided to go through the rest of the pictures. Another one of the team members took a picture of a boy on the first floor window that he did not notice as well. But I guess after taking the picture and going through it, he saw the little boy in the window. I have those pictures. If you guys want to see those pictures, you're more than welcome to ask me. Again, I'll add you to the chat. In the chat, I always drop the pictures so people can give me their opinion on what they think that was. Um, what else? So again, when we're going through the pictures, it was kind of weird. It was in the middle of nowhere. As we were driving away back to our house, Minnesota, we were in a small rural town, so it was complete darkness. It was really cold out there. The native friend of ours decided to burn some sage because he said he felt a heavy presence, and he needed to clear us away from any bad that followed us, maybe. So we went through with the cleansing, thanks to him. But it was really disturbing for us to have caught that lady on the second floor and the little boy on the first floor. We didn't even go inside the house. So we our plan was to go back to the house, but we moved back to Chicago, and unfortunately we didn't get the chance to. Does not mean we're not going back to that house. We know where it is. We're planning on going back there, doing an expedition there, and hopefully catch something more than just pictures, seeing something with ourselves. Because the whole point of me doing this, that I started this, was because I wanted to see if this was true. I don't believe what people tell me. I want to see it with my own eyes. In order for me to believe something, I need to see it with my own eyes. So what's the best way for you to find out? To go looking for it, right? So that's what I'm doing. And I have, again, the team. Some people leave, come. So you know what I mean. I always get new members, old members coming back, old members leaving, new members leaving. Right now we have a set team. I thank for that everybody that's in Chicago that's about to go on those ghost hunts with me. I really appreciate that. Hopefully we see something, or we discover something, so we can give people. Um, how can I put it? I can get, I can give you guys the proof, so like I believe it, you believe it. um well, that day would happen. Here in Chicago, we're probably gonna go something tomorrow. I'm gonna try to set something up. So there's a hospital called the Cook County Hospital, which was the old one in Chicago. It closed down. I was born there. They closed it off. But there's a psych ward in the basement of the hospital that was open, and they closed it off like 5 years before they closed the hospital. I guess something happened down there. You guys can read up on it on Google. Um, so it was weird that they closed it 5 years earlier before they closed the hospital. The interesting thing about this hospital is that they have a underground passage that leads to other buildings, and we have discovered a church that's connected to that hospital. So our plan is to maybe go through the church and under through that passage and get to that psych ward. Sounds kind of sounds really crazy. Being underground and only one way in, one way out, type of thing. But I'm really positive about this, and my team is positive. They're all willing. We're all willing. We're all ready for this. We're interested in what we'll find. Hopefully, we find something paranormal. There's always stories about the Cook County Hospital being haunted because the people that died there. So many victims of violence in Chicago have died there from you know gunshots, blunt force trauma in the street, from getting into gang fights, this and that. So it's an interesting one. So another option is another church that we found. That's I don't know much about it. I just know that it's haunted and that they I guess it was a safe house during World War II, for people that needed somewhere to stay. Uh, so we might check that out, see what's that about. The reason we're interested in this church is because we already went to this church, and when we went inside the church, the basement was sealed off. And it was interesting because why would they take the time to seal off the basement and everything else is wide open? So we couldn't get to the basement, but we're gonna try to find a way to get into the basement. Um, the basement is what's really has the most paranormal activity in that church. That's where the safe house was. Um, but during our visit there, we were going through the church first floor, and taking pictures and videos, of course. And we caught an interesting picture. Um, I don't want to sound wrong, but my camera guy, his name is Felix. When we took that picture, we posted it on the chat. The camera guy that just joined our team decided to examine the older pictures, and we thought we caught a baby demon, a baby that had horns in the picture, and he had the tail of a snake. So it was weird, a black figure, seeing a black figure with horns and the tail of a snake, and it looks like a baby. We caught it like bright as day right there in the camera. We didn't see it ourselves. We had to take the picture and then go. We found it later on. Um, so there's a demon called the Ab. Again, I don't want to sound wrong. Again, I'll post it in the comments, the real name, but I think he said Abraxam is the demon. Um, and the demon is, I guess, the demon of snakes, and he looked exactly like that. So the picture that's on Google and the picture that we took in the church are exactly alike. So it was kind of creepy. So we honestly think we caught a demon. So if you want to look at those pictures, again, I have all those pictures. I can add you to the chat and obviously post the pictures there again, so you guys can check them out. Another thing that the last one that we're trying to go to. There's an abandoned building on 34th and Ashland in Chicago that's been sealed off for about 20 years. It's supposedly an area where a lot of kids go and do satanic rituals at here in Chicago. That's an interesting spot that we want to check out. I'm sorry. We've never been there, but it's a big factory, and it's not a factory. It's like a big complex. It's a big building. It has like 6 floors. It's abandoned, and it has a basement, and it has a basement inside the basement. So it's big. Our plan is to go in there and see if we see something in any of those floors and any of those basements. See if we catch anything paranormal. Again, that's another dangerous area that people always talk about. Um, we might check those out. So you guys, please leave in the comments which one of those three you would like us to go check out. I will be checking those comments within 12 hours, and we'll be deciding where we go. Depending on where you guys want us to go, that's where we'll go. Um, if we don't get, of course, if we don't get any ideas, or any opinions from you guys, we're gonna go with what the team decides to do. But I hope it's as much interesting to us as it's gonna be for you guys. Again, we're a paranormal team. We officially don't have a name yet, but I guess I guess we're gonna call ourselves I don't know, paranormal dreams or something. We gotta come up with a name. You know what? Again, this is our first time doing a YouTube channel. We've never done this professionally. We're just a group of guys that got together and we started a fan base on Facebook. We started off on a page, then we proceeded to having a chat. Now we have a bunch of loyal followers in the chat. Thank you to all of you that are following us on the chat. I really appreciate you guys sticking with us for 4 years and a half. Sometimes we get boring, but we're still here and we're still gonna be releasing more paranormal, stuff that we find. Again, other stuff. We're gonna be doing videos again, us talking about any conspiracies that are going on. Oh, perfect example, the new zombie virus. The new deer zombie virus. I would love to have a topic about that. If anybody's interested, I would love to cover that. We'll do a half an hour a segment on us just talking about it. I will be dropping a phone number for you guys to give me a call. So you could give me your opinion on any stories. So if you guys have any stories you would like to share with us, we will gladly put this on our videos as well. So again, I really appreciate you guys following us. I'll pretty soon I'll get back to you guys with the name of the paranormal team that we're gonna name it. Again, we're branched off of the record label called the Real Dreams Incorporated. So if you guys are interested, you guys can follow me on Facebook, Almighty Blessing. Again, I'm an artist. I do different types of music. If you're interested in that, we're gonna be doing other YouTube channels. So I will be dropping links to other YouTube channels if you guys are interested in seeing anything else. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.